படிக்கணும் நீ எடுக்கணுமா உடைக்கணும் தலையை பறக்கணும் நீ படிக்கணும் நீ எடுக்கணுமா உடைக்கணும் தலையை பறக்கணும் நீ நீட் எழுதி சாட் எழுதி எழுதி சாட் எழுதி அமெரிக்காவும் அஞ்சிக்கரையும் அக்கறையா படி படிக்கணும் நீ எடுக்கணுமா உடைக்கணும் தலையை பறக்கணும் நீ படிக்கணும் நீ எடுக்கணுமா உடைக்கணும் தலையை பறக்கணும் நீ டாக்டரோ இன்ஜினியரோ வக்கீலோ வாத்தியாரோ மனதில் வை உலகை இதை கவனத்தில் வை கருத்தாது படிக்கணும் நீ எடுக்கணுமா உடைக்கணும் தடையை பறக்கணும் நீ படிக்கணும் நீ எடுக்கணுமா உடைக்கணும் தடையை பறக்கணும் நீ மார்க் வரலனா ஓகே மனசு உடஞ்சு போகாத மறுபடியும் எல்லாம் கலங்காத மோதி பார்க்கலாம் விடாத படிக்கணும் நீ எடுக்கணும் மார்க் உடைக்கணும் தலையை பறக்கணும் நீ படிக்கணும் நீ எடுக்கணும் மார்க் உடைக்கணும் தலையை பறக்கணும் நீ அட்வைஸ் பண்ண 1000 தான் சொந்த கதையும் சூப்பர் தான் சோக கீதம் பாடாத சோர்ந்து போய் வீழாம தோலை பிடிச்சு தூக்கத்தான் ஜோடி போட்டு பாராங்க படிக்கணும் நீ எடுக்கணுமா உடைக்கணும் தரையை பறக்கணும் நீ படிக்கணும் நீ எடுக்கணுமா உடைக்கணும் தரையை பறக்கணும் நீ நீட்டி முழுக்க மாட்டாங்க ஒண்ணு சொல்ல மாட்டாங்க சிட் அண்ட் சாட் கிளாப் அண்ட் சாட் சிட்டி எப்படி படிச்சாரோ சிம்பிளா சொல்லி தருவாங்க டென்ஷன் எல்லாம் போய் என்ட்ரன்ஸ் எல்லாம் வாரே வா வாங்க வாங்க யாழ்த்து படிக்கணும் நீ எடுக்கணுமா உடைக்கணும் தரையை பறக்கணும் நீ படிக்கணும் நீ எடுக்கணுமா உடைக்கணும் தரையை பறக்கணும் நீ படிக்கணும் நீ எடுக்கணுமா உடைக்கணும் தரையை பறக்கணும் நீ படிக்கணும் நீ எடுக்கணுமா உடைக்கணும் தரையை பறக்கணும் நீ
Good afternoon, one and all. I welcome you all for the third session of Excel with YaaZh Series 1 with Mr. Babu Rengarajan. I get great pleasure in welcoming you, sir. In the past 2 sessions, we have gained knowledge in mastering our mind and study skills. The response from the kids and the parents has been overwhelming. Mastering of emotion is essential for the implementation of the tactics learned in the first 2 sessions. We are looking forward for today's session on the same. I now hand over the virtual platform to Mr. Babu Rengarajan.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, team y'all. It was a great honor and happy to share my experience with you all in this wonderful platform. And I'm impressed with the Tamil Thai Valtu, the 3 different versions I'm seeing the great effort. Thank you so much. I was impressed. All right. Are you all ready, kids, students, friends? Are you all ready? Say yes in the chat box. Are you all ready? Today is the course 3. And this
One second.
serious.
Sir, 1 second.
Yes, ma'am.
Before starting the program, can you all switch on the camera, please, for 1 second? Switch on the camera, please. So just to take a screenshot only. In the end, it may not be possible. That's why. Roshan, Annika, Varun, Nisha, Mohit. Okay, sir. Thank you. Sorry to disturb you in the beginning itself.
No issues, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, thank you. All your responses in the chat box. Right. What is the today's topic? Are you all know about what is today's topic? What we are going to learn next few minutes? What is that we are going to learn next few minutes?
Emotions.
Emotion. Yes. Emotion. Yes. So where your focus goes, your emotion flows. Last time we were discussed in the academic section, right? Where your focus goes, your emotion flows, your energy flows. All right, so let me start sharing my, where is my sharing option? Host, kindly give me option to share my screen. Yeah, you may be disabled. Yeah, thank you, I got it. Master your emotion. There are so many questions that are asked in the first and second session about emotions. So now I'm going to talk about emotions intensively in this webinar. Yeah, this is the first slide of this today's program. I got almost the long slides. How many slides do you guess? I brought only 8 slides. Okay, only 8 slides I have. In that, one is first slide, so second and third, probably 6 7 slides only I have. All right, can you all move on? Kavin, what is the background you have? Stress management. Nice virtual background, stress management. All right, let me all take you to the second slide. Emotion. Yes, what is emotion? Let me also open the chat box. Emotions. We are discussing about emotion. Where is my chat box? Chat option. So, where is the chat option? Wait 1 second. I'll open my chat. It's not coming up. Yeah. Okay. All right. So emotion. I wanted to talk about emotions in this very intensely. So we are getting everyday basis 5 different emotions: happy, sad, fear, anger, love. That's what we discussed from the beginning, right? 5 different emotions: happy, sad, fear, anger, love. So morning we feel very happy as soon as we wake up. Sometimes when parents pushing you or forcing you to wake up, even morning itself, some people get irritated. That's a challenge with the parents and the child in the morning. So we remember about the child. We remember about the teacher's instruction: early to bed, early to wake up. We are very much remember about, but early to wake up is a big challenge. So sometimes parents, they push you, force you to wake up. Maybe all of a sudden, without your intention, without willingness, if you wake up, maybe you feel uncomfortable and irritation. So the emotions are changing most of the time. Nirmalan, don't write anything there. All right, so I want you to answer this question, everyone. There are different emotions as given here. Can you all label what is that? What is that emotions? What you comes to your mind? A, what emotion is belongs to? B, what emotion? Can you all label it? If you wanted to open your mic, you can open your mic and say.
Maybe C is surprised.
Okay. B is surprised. Okay.
A is
Good.
joy, B is anger.
A is joy. B is anger. Oh, okay. Anger. Great. All right.
She surprised.
Surprised.
C is surprised. Okay.
D
What else?
is disgust.
D is discussed. Very good. Very good.
E
Good
is,
guess.
I
E
think
is
so,
interest.
interest.
Interest. Yes. Correct.
F is fear.
Fear.
I think
Okay.
G is fear.
G is
G.
cat.
G is scared. Okay. Interesting. Thank you so much. I'll open the magic. Sorry, I already opened it. See that this is what the emotion is. Sometimes, our facial expression happens based on what kind of emotions we are in. So that's how we need to manage our emotions. The emotions are being expressed. If you are an expressive face, easily people can understand what kind of emotion you are in. Sometimes teachers can tell you whether you listen or not. When in a classroom setting, when the teacher is taking class, you show some kind of emotion in your face. With that, teacher can understand whether you are in the classroom or you are away out of the classroom. You know about the famous statement, right? Physically present, mentally absent. You must be remembering about this statement. It is commonly used in movies. Teacher can easily understand. Even your parents can understand what kind of emotions you are in with the expression of the facial changes. So even as children can understand the parents' emotion sometimes. When father is angry mode, with that angry mode, children will understand, oh, okay, this is not the right time to ask ice cream. Wait for some time. Sometimes we also understand the emotion based on that we ask. All right, so I'll take you to an interesting thing. What you see in this picture? What do you see in this picture?
The person is fearless.
Fearless, fearless.
The person is brave in front of the
Ah,
crocodile's mouth.
brave enough to give his head to crocodile's mouth.
The
Very
person
good.
has the person has courage to stand in front of the crocodile.
Wow, courage. Very good. What else? What else? Brave, courage, confident. What else you can say? That's all. Okay, I'll show you another picture. What do you see in this picture?
A cat is not scared.
Cat is not scared of dogs. Very good. What else you see?
The
He's
dogs.
bravely walking.
Walking. Okay. Very good. What else? What else you see in
The
this picture?
dogs are seeing the cat very surprisingly.
Correct. Correct. Surprisingly, that dogs are watching the cat. Very good.
Dogs let the cat do its work.
Sorry, come again.
The dogs let the cat do its work.
Okay, reaction. Great. All right, wonderful interpretation. What you are doing is called interpretation. This, whenever you see something, your brain starts understanding it. That's how the interpretation works. So whenever you see in front of you, there are so many situations you are facing every day. So whenever you see some situation, your brain start interpreting. Based on your interpretation, your changes happened inside. So with this, I'll take you to the next level so that you can understand this interpretation and your things will work. How I'm going to connect with my model of cognitive model, which I'm going to share right now. With that cognitive model, you can understand this interpretation in the later form. Okay, so how many of you are aware about anxiety, depression, stress? How many of you are familiar with this term? Can you all come in the chat box? Let me try again with the chat is coming up. No, chat is not coming up. Let me come later. Yeah. How many of you are familiar with these terms? Anxiety, depression, stress, tension, irritation. These are all some of the emotions you must be familiar with, right? Fear. What are the emotions you are familiar with? Can you come with very much familiar, Karthikeyan? Thank you. Roshan, yes. Okay, can you come in that frequently you see emotions in your family or with your circle where you are roaming with? Come out with your own idea. Frequently you witness some of the emotions, maybe in your family or outside the family with your friend circle. Anxiety, fear, joy. Okay, that's great, Karthikeyan. So you are experiencing anxiety. You are seen, yeah, joy, sad, anger, fear, scared. Okay, good, good. These are all some of the emotions you are familiar with. Okay, anxiety you are seen. All right. I wanted to ask jealous. Oh, there are few people they have this emotion of jealous. Correct. Okay, I wanted to know how people react when they are fear. I see emotions in my environment. Okay, yeah, emotions is a part and parcel of our life, my dear friend. Without emotion, it is very difficult to live. Emotion is very, very important. We have different types of emotions. Yeah, happy, scared, sad. These are all the emotions you have been experiencing. Okay, I wanted to ask one interesting question. How do you people react when they get fear? Can you tell me something? They see everything we tell us wrong. They see everything we tell us wrong. Okay. Anand, thank you. Okay, I wanted to know how people react when they become fear, scared, or anxiety. Can you come in the chat box how the people, characteristics of the people, how they behave when they're experiencing sad? Run away, yeah. Shiver, run away. Very good. Cry, cry mostly present in depression, sadness. In fear, sometimes, very rarely, people cry. Okay, they try to stay away. Okay, they try to stay away. Yeah, their body gets heat up, sweat, shiver. Wow, Kartikeyan, super. Prasanna, when a sudden action takes place. Yeah, correct. So these are all some of the symptoms of the people who get scared. I wanted to ask you one thing. Cold perspiration. Okay, thank you. I wanted to ask something. What are the situation people they get into scared, anxiety, or fear? What are the situation frequently in a daily basis of students' life? How people they get into this kind of
Exam
emotional
fear.
change? Exam, very good, thank you. Exam. What are the areas you may feel fear, scared of, and anxiety? One is exam. What are the other areas?
Parents teacher meeting.
Parents teachers meeting. Okay, scared when they know it is something bad. Okay, parents teachers meeting we get scared because teachers will complain about us. We don't know what will happen when they come home, how father will react, how mother will react. We get scared. All right, that's great. When we are alone, yeah, when we are alone, sometimes we may get scared, we get anxiety. Okay, scared when they know it is something wrong. Fear of failure, correct. I really appreciate that word, fear of failure. Most of the people they get anxiety because of the end result, whether I can get success or not. The fear of failure. If I didn't get success, what will happen? That creates fear inside. So while standing on stage, sometimes, yes, Rupesh, you're right. When you are standing on stage, they get shiver, they cannot able to speak properly, they get anxiety, heart palpitation, so they don't know how to handle that anxiety. That's great. Horror movie, sometimes Miratula says, sometimes when you see a horror movie, we get shocked. And all of a sudden they come to the screen like, Phew! When something is popping up and we get scared. Oh, that jerk is coming up, right? Yeah, that's great. So as a student, what is the common area we get this kind of anxiety, fear, something, One is exam. Yeah, correct. Before the exam may come out. Yeah, marks come out. Okay. After the exam, how the mark will be, that time we get more scared. And before the exam, some students may get scared because of what kind of question papers we are going to get. So these are all some of the areas we are getting scared. Some people are scared when they are in dark room. Correct. Dark room also sometimes they get scared because any ghost will come or something is going to happen. Some kind of a dream they get scared. Okay. Some people are scared when they are in dark room. Okay, exam. All right. I wanted to ask, and another thing, toast. What is toast? Okay. I wanted to ask one more thing. Do you ever heard this term called sadness and depression? How the characteristics of this depression and sadness people behave, the characteristics, how people will feel, which carers. Okay, how the sadness people behave, the behavior of this sadness or depression people, how they behave. One thing is cry will be present when you feel sad, correct? Okay, I appreciate. What are the other areas people how they behave when they experiencing sadness? Suffering, shame, disappointment, they keep crying, correct? Darshini, very good. Which causes, okay, suffering, shame, disappointment, Mridula, very good. They won't talk, correct? Kartikeyan, super. They won't talk, they prefer to be alone. Depression is a medical condition where we have emotional breakdown. Okay, that's great, you're right. I'm going to explain one by one sadness and depression, how it differs from. They aren't happy at all, correct? They are not happy, they are sad. Darshini says, correct. Anand says, depressed people feel like they are heavy stone on their back. Wow, what a word you have used. Nice, Anand. They feel like something is heaviness in their body. Okay, Arena says tears. They cry. Too much sad is depression. Correct. Anika. Very good. Very good. Exactly you said. Sadness is a temporary. Maybe 1 or 2 days you feel sad. Maybe you feel like something is happened for that reason. Maybe you lost your pen, or you lost something which is very important to you. 1 day, 2 day you feel sad. That is okay. That's okay emotion. But it continues a longer period of time for the more than 2 weeks, then that turn into depression. Yes, that's a long term. Too much sad is depression. Darshini says they stay away from people and are always alone. Correct. When you feel depressed, they prefer to be alone. They're not coming into a social gathering. They wanted to be prefers to be alone. They cry a lot, and there is a serious challenges like eating problems. Sleep and appetite is a major challenge. They eat a lot. They don't eat at all. They sleep a lot, or they don't sleep at all. Sleep problem and eating problem, sleep and appetite problem will be the major problem for the depressed people. Yes, sad for a longer period of time than normal. Okay, yeah. Loss of interest in daily routine, correct? Mritula says you are right. When we are depressed, then sometimes they be jealous of something else. Prasanna, how come these depressed people feel something jealous? Maybe possible, I guess. All right, I wanted to know, as a student, what are the areas we may feel sad or we may go into depression? Can you come in the chat box saying that the situation of making you feel sad? What are the situation you making you feel sad or making you feel depressed? Low marks. Anand says low marks. Darshini says when our marks are very low. Okay, losing marks. Advaitya. Super, nice name. Losing marks. So when you lose marks, you may get into sad mode. Getting shamed in front of our friends, correct. Sometimes when somebody is making fun of us, we may feel sad. All right. When you don't have friend, yes. Mridula says when we don't have friend, we feel sad. Correct. When you don't have friend, and Akshaya Kumar says when something was expected doesn't happen. Correct. When you have an expectation but the failed, but the expectation is failed, then you feel sad. Low marks and percentage of report card. Correct. This is a major challenge for the most of the students, where marks when they get low, then they get into sad. When our teachers complain about us to parents, Darshini says yes. Sometimes teachers, they show love when they see the parent. They show their love when they see the parent by complaining. They think that they're motivating you by complaining to your parent that your child has to improve on this area. I know she's very good, but still you need some improvement. She has to take responsibility. So many complaints they make. All right, correct. When bad luck comes, yeah, Prasanna, correct. Sometimes luck also plays a major role. Rupe says we will think one thing, but that will be bad in real. Correct. Sir, if we challenge our friends in exam and we get low marks and our friends get good marks, we'll be shamed. Yes, that's really something which is very hot. Not accepting that, when we challenge that next time I'll be coming 90% and above. When our marks are 70%, we feel, oh my God, how can I face this fellow? He will be making fun of me. You told sir 90, now you got only 70. That's a irritating situation. Sometimes they make fun of us, and that's a uncomfortable situation. Yeah. Vedin, that's an interesting answer you have said. All right. So now you understand about fear and anxiety, sad and depression. You understand this process and the situation also. Rupe says, if we get beat from ma'am without knowing the answer. So sometimes when the teacher asks you, tell me the answer, if you don't know the answer, then when they beat you, you feel like, oh my God, I feel sad. People are thinking about bad about me if I get beat in front of everyone. That's a situation. Social costs, we get into this kind of problem. When other releases their emotion on us, yeah, correct. Sometimes, when your friends talking about their sad experiences to you, maybe you'll also getting into that sad mode. That is also possible. Maybe their stories, their experiences, they put you down. Yeah, correct. Thank you, Araina. All right. Now I wanted to ask you an interesting question. So now you are familiar with this term. I wanted to move on to one of the interesting term, which is in the world most commonly used in last 6 months. The most commonly used the term is called stress. What is stress according to you? Stress. Do you know what is stress? What is stress? This is the most commonly used word in last 6 months. Too much of pressure. Yes, Anand, correct. Tension, Raina. Super. Too much of pressure and sometimes anger. Darshini says, yeah, Karthikeyan, feeling uncomfortable, too much of pressure. Correct. Karthikeyan, I really appreciate your answers. Such a wonderful, matured person you are. Great. And I appreciate Anand. You are also a very matured guy. With your answers, I can see. Feeling uncomfortable, too much of pressure, peer pressure. Yes, peer pressure is one of the most important topic. Roshan says peer pressure that became making you feel stressed. Mirudula says unable to do something. Yes, when you feel pressured or stressed, you are not able to do something which you wanted to do. More pressure. Rupesh says, Karthikeyan, thank you. You are responded. Thank you. You are brilliant. Arena says bombarded thoughts, work, etc. Very good, very good. I really appreciate Arena. Sometimes we more get a lot of work, so a lot of pressures. They give you more work, so we don't know what to do. That's a pressure under you are in. Correct. When we have lots of incomplete work to be done before the deadline. Correct. So that's how the stress popping up, right? The heart palpitation is coming up when you got a 1 week of time to do your assignment, but that end of 1 week, tomorrow you are supposed to submit. In that deadline, you felt uncomfortable. Within overnight, without sleep, you complete your assignment. That's a stress for you. Yes. Having so much of work to do within less amount of time. Karthikeyan, yes, you are right. So you have to do a lot of work, but time is not there. That became stress for you. Correct. Mritula says, great worry caused by a difficult situation. Super. Very good. Sri Kumaran, when we have exam tomorrow and we still didn't complete the portion, that is the highest stress. When tomorrow is exam, if still you didn't complete your portion, then you're out of focus. You feel restless and stressed. All right, that feeling comes when our friends ask a risky help. Oh yeah, Rupesh, correct. Sometimes we may get stressed because of some help which is a risky help when your friends asking you to do. Roshan says going to math exam thinking it was SST. Huh? What is this? Your timetable is mismatching. You're going for math exam thinking it was SST. Okay, that's great. Interesting. I really appreciate the feeling comes. All right. So now you are much familiar with the term Fear, anxiety, sad, depression, and stress. Now I'll tell you what is this all about. When we are near to the death, Prasanna Rajshekhar, yeah, sometimes that will happen. Fear and your anxiety. So what is fear? Fear is very good, my dear friends. Fear is very good. Fear protects you. When you feel that some areas you get fear, appreciate that will protect you. When you are experiencing fear, that protects you. When you are fear of someone, fear of dog, fear of exam, that gives you protection. See, as you know, the bell-like structure, right? The bell-like structure says the bell-like structure like this. The bell-like structure says if the person who's not having any fear or stress for exam, he will become lazy. He will become lazy. When the person has high fear, he will lose his performance. When the person is in optimum level of fear, performance will increase. So fear is very good. Fear is very good. The minimum fear will enhance your performance. If the more fear, then there is a chances of reducing your performance. So fear will protect you most of the time. What is anxiety? Anxiety is the level which increases. Oh, Ananika, very nice. Before I present, you already given the answer. So thank you so much. So fear is a level. So anxiety is something which is very unpleasant, vague, that creates changes in your behavior that will not able to overcome. That is call it as clinically their fear turn into anxiety. There are so many anxieties are there. There are so many anxieties. Sir, I have a question that every emotion is good in our brain and body is true. Yes, you're right. Without emotion, we cannot function. So every emotion has there is a valid reason, and every emotion has a good in appropriate way. If if your emotions are aroused, then there is a problem. Based on your emotion, your bodily changes happens. So every emotion has a valid reason. So if your emotion level goes high, then there is a chance of changing your bodily reactions, physiological changes, emotion changes, and your behavior changes accordingly. All right, so fear is known cause, anxiety is unknown cause. Even anxiety also, there is a, with a known cause we can get into anxiety. There are different anxiety related issues. One is called generalized anxiety. Generalized anxiety, they call it as a GAD. They get anxiety for all the actions. Going out is anxiety for them. Going to meet a stranger is an anxiety. So there are so many places they get into anxiety. That's called generalized anxiety. They get heart palpitation, choking sensation, restlessness, tremor. These are all the symptom of anxiety. Most of the time that is present. That's called clinical anxiety that you need to be treated. Whereas fear you can overcome by yourself. So you'll be learning certain techniques how you can overcome by yourself by applying my techniques, which I'm going to share in quite some time later. I'm going to share the technique. All right. So this is anxiety. There is one more term called phobia. Phobia is nothing but irrational fear. Anxiety is rational. Phobia is irrational. What is irrational? Irrational means there is no meaning, but they get anxiety. So there is a lot of phobia, hundreds of phobias: cockroach phobia, cat phobia, rat phobia, height phobia, water phobia. You must be remembering about this. There are so many phobias are there. This is irrational. This also comes under anxiety
So
related
what is this
disorders.
phobia?
Phobia is irrational fear, where they don't, there is no reason but they get fear. For example, cockroach. If you see cockroach, they get scared. Oh, they shout, they run away, they get anxiety. You know why they are getting anxiety for? Because of this cockroach. That's called irrational fear. They don't know why they are getting scared, because that is rational, irrational. Like that, there are so many. Even height, when they go to height, they get anxiety. They will not come in heights. They stay down, but they will not climb up. They get anxiety. They get heart palpitation. That's irrational fears. All right, that's called phobia. All right, these are all some of the anxieties. How to manage this anxiety? All the emotion changes based on the situation where you live. I simply say any kind of anxiety or stress or depression, all these three components are happening based on lack of ability to handle your situation is called problem. What is a problem? Problem means lack of ability to handle your situation is called problem. When there is a situation, you need to have certain ability to handle the situation. If you lack certain ability, then that will turn into problem. That problem may be your fear, maybe your sadness, maybe your stress. Why you are facing this all the challenges? Because in your life you are facing some situation you don't know how to handle. For that you lack certain skills inside. That's why you are facing problem. I don't use problem instead of the challenges. Even in your life also, don't use this p word. That's a banned word. Problem is banned. Instead of problem you can use challenges. Why you're facing challenge? Because you lack certain ability. Prasanna says, sir, how do we master or control our emotion? I'll come to that. I'm going to give you some techniques where you can master your emotions. In spite of whatever the emotion which I'm speaking about, everything can be managed. All right. So when it comes to depression, depression is all about failures, worrying about failures. We do a lot of worries. Can you all come in the chat box saying that why we worry? Why we worry? We worry a lot, right? As a student, what is the reason for worries? Maybe your friend worries, you must be familiar with. Why people are worrying? What is the reason for worries? Can you come in the chat box, please? Worries. We get a lot of worries, right? Yeah, thinking something might go wrong. Yes, thinking on and correct. When we are sad, we worry. If we think something will go wrong, correct, Darshini. Arena says thinking about past or future. Yes, very good. Perfect answer. Thinking about past or future. Very good. I tell you one interesting thing with this. When you think about past, you get into depression. When you thinking about your future, there will be chances of ending up with anxiety. All right, last minute of exam, we have a fear, we worry. Okay. Sri Kumaran says, when we have fear, we worry. Correct. When we have a fear, we start thinking about that. Oh, why I'm having this fear? Why I'm getting this trouble? Why I'm doing this? We get into why thinking about past. Yeah, great. When somebody is in pain, we worry. Yeah, Prasanna, correct. Sometimes we get some pain from somebody, so that will making you worry. Last minute preparation for exam. Last minute of the exam, we worry. Okay, great. And Avantika, lack of acceptance. Wow, Advaitya, super. Sometimes people start not accepting or rejecting, they get into this kind of issues. Worry a lot. Father says because of wife. That's a joke actually. People think if you ask wife will say I'm worried because of father. So father and mother getting into the challenge. Okay, Darshini says we worry when we forget to get the sign from our parents in our test paper. Okay, that's again a worry. Okay, there is a lot of situation. See, if you see whatever I'm asking about, there is some situation your emotions are attached. There is a situation emotions are attached. I'm going to change any situation you can maintain happiness. Do you want to know the technique? I'm going to share in few minutes later. I'm going to share the techniques. In spite of any situation, whatever the situation you are in, no worry. What will happen? Okay, we worry. What will happen? Yeah, that's again you. What will happen? What will happen? There is always two choices. Happen as you expected, will happen as you not expected. Your mind has to be trained accordingly. Whatever is going to happen, I'm going to accept it. If you have that mindset, you're not going to get any worries. Okay, I wanted to ask one more question here. Sir, if somebody is bleeding, then we worry. Oh yeah, correct. That you're associated with your pain over there. Correct. I wanted to ask one more question here. What is mean by guilt? Guilt, G-U-I-L-T. Guilty, guilt, they say. Because these are all very important terms, worry and guilt. These two are the most important for the depression. Why people are getting into depression? Because of this guilt, because of this worry. They don't know how to manage. What is guilt? Doing something wrong purposefully, and then you start thinking about it. Correct, on and very good. Blaming ourselves, exactly. Arena, super. Feeling sorry, correct. Blaming ourselves, feeling sorry, on and correct. So we feel guilty when we did something wrong, correct. Karthikeyan says when we do some mistakes and think later about committing that mistake, that became a guilty. Very good. Prasanna says guilty means when you did the most biggest mistake in our life. Yeah, that's irritating, right? We feel worried about why I did that mistake, right? Roshan says we feel bad about something bad we did and got away with that. Yes. Then we are ashamed. Very good. I really appreciate all students are very enlightened students. We feel guilty when someone else is affected by our mistake. Correct. We feel we experience guilty when we commit a mistake that cannot be forgiven. All right. Ananika says when we think how the other person will feel. Super. Very good. You put other person's shoe and see that, oh my God, how they feel, how they take it. That will turn into sometimes into guilt, ashamed of what we did. Very good. If we say great lies, Avantika says if we say great lies, we get into guilty feeling. All right. So now you understand this uh, guilty and worry. These two are the friends for giving you depression. So now how to handle when you did something wrong? Instead of taking you into guilt, you can taking you to comfortable mode. I feel sorry, I did some mistake, it's okay, next time I will not do it. If you take it this as a learning, you will not into guilt. If keep talking to yourself saying that, oh my God, why I did it, because of this they are suffering, I don't know, I will not accept like this, why people why I want to hurt others, continuously if you are speaking to yourself, then it will go into guilty feeling. All right, so now you're familiar with so many terms. I wanted to take you to the technique now. How to master your emotion, even though if you are facing any fear, any depression, any type of anxiety, stress, whatever you are in, how to overcome that. Here is a technique. So the beautiful technique which I'm going to share right now. I wanted you all ask everyone, what is this? What is this? What is this? Let me see the chat. No. When I open the PPT, I cannot able to see the chat box here. So can you all someone open your mic and say that what is this?
The cap of the water bottle.
The bottle cap.
Bottle cap. Okay. What else you can say?
Blue color cap.
Blue color cap.
It's made of plastic.
Made of plastic. All right, see, that's what the interpretation is. So there is no one single interpretation. A closed clap. The bottle is closed. Very good.
One more. Can I say,
One
sir?
more.
Can I?
Please.
Only
Please,
children
please.
are allowed, or can I
No,
take part?
anybody can, please.
It's a
Anybody can
tap
say.
on the cap. It's a tap on
Very
the
good.
cap.
Super, super. Tap on the cap. See the difference here. Interpretation changes. Every second you can see different interpretation. In our life, we have different situation, and you can interpret in differently. What is interpretation? How I understood. Based on my past experience, how I understood the situation, it's called interpretation. So your past experience will helping you to understand the situation. I'm going to take you to the interesting part of this webinar. This is a cognitive model which I wanted to share with you all. So follow to understand how you can understand this model. Here is, according to your feeling, your behavior changes. Okay, according to your feeling, your behavior changes. So what is the feeling changes in everyday basis? Happy, sad, fear, anger, love. So what is your emotion feeling? Based on that, your behavior changes. See, happiness. If you feel happy, how do you behave? You behave very highly energetic. You just enjoy your work actively, energetic, finish it off your task easily. When you are happy, your love is associated. The love, what I mean here is affection, care. Mridula, you can put yourself mute, Mridula. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, so like that, a love is associated when you are feeling happy. So you can care, you can share, you can help. Everything will come only when your emotion is happy. So now you feel sad. What will happen when you feel sad? Your behavior changes. Right now, whatever you said, it's all associated behavior. Feeling aloof, not interested, not able to concentrate, uh, not concentrating, feel like detached. These are all comes because of the sadness. They cry, disturb sleep, disturb appetite. All happens because of this. When the fear comes, heart palpitation, you can see that heaviness in the heart palpitation, choking sensation, restlessness, butterfly happening inside, and sweating, shivering, and thought block. All happens because of the anger,
Sir,
fear.
can you hear
So
me?
yes, yes, yes. Who is this? Yeah, you wanted to say something?
No, sir. Actually, I have a problem. That's why I just got checked.
Yeah, tell me.
Oh, nothing, sir.
Okay, okay. So anger. So what will happen when you experience anger? We became mad. When we experiencing anger, we became mad. MAD. What does that mean, mad? Maybe we are not out of control. We don't know what we are doing. That's called the mad behavior, right? Whenever we experiencing anger, we go into mad state and we just raise the volume, we shout, we throw objects, we break the object, we abuse the language. All happens only when we experience anger. So according to feeling our behavior changes. So who's changing our feeling? That's what the biggest question. So people always say that because of the situation, because of the environment where I live, because of this particular situation, I'm getting into this mode. No, the psychologist says we, in spite of any situation, whether you are parents teacher meeting, whether you are in exam, whether you got less mark, or whether you didn't prepare well, any kind of situation, your situation is not responsible for your emotional changes. Your thinking is responsible for your feeling changes. So how to modify your thinking, that's the most important aspect of this cognitive model. So thinking, as you all know, last couple of sessions we were discussing about, we are getting anywhere between 40,000 to 60,000 thoughts crossed by in 24 hours. We have 86,400 seconds, out of which we are occupied with more than 60,000 thoughts. So this 60,000 thoughts is disturbing our feeling. It is not that outside situation is disturbing. It is our own thinking is disturbing. How to modify the thinking? That's what these two elements, two tools has been discussed. Why I've been tapping this, why I showed these two pictures, all I wanted to show the interpretation plays a major role in changing our thought process. People always say, think positive, think positive, think positive. I will say, think is not in our control, but interpretation, self-talk is in our control. So self-dialogue and interpretation, if you monitor, if you understand what you are speaking to yourself, if you understand how you understand your situation, these two can change your thought process, and automatically according to your thought your feeling changes. I'll give you an example so that you can easily understand how your interpretation, self-talk changes your thought process. uh, if you see a snake, as soon as you see a snake, what happens to you when you see the snake? You get scared. As soon as you see snake, you get scared. As soon as you see snake, you get scared. Is it a snake is disturbing you? No, it's not the snaking is disturbing you. As soon as you see snake, your interpretation self-talk changes. As soon as you see snake, your interpretation self-talk says, the snake will bite me. Snake is poisonous, that is dangerous, it may affect my life. This is an interpretation which we comes to our mind because our past experience from your childhood, how you stored about the snake, that matters. So as soon as you see snake, your past experience start interpreting, helping you to interpret. That's the reason you are getting into fear. That's why your behavior is changing. As soon as you see snake, if you feel confident, if you wanted to develop confidence, don't worry about the snake. How you understand the situation, that will change your emotion. We must run away from the snake. Yeah, start screaming. This is what we trained, my dear friends. As soon as you see snake, we scream, shout, run away. That's what the interpretation. Once you get fear, then automatically you run away. If you feel confident, as soon as you see snake, you will not run away. You just go and catch the snake. There are many people, they catch a snake. Am I right or wrong? You've seen that, right? How these people are not getting scared? How these people are not getting fear? They go and get the snake and they throw on. You can see in the WhatsApp, many people they showed in the WhatsApp. It's nothing but the interpretation. That particular time, what kind of interpretation they make, that gives you a confidence. Same situation, we can be confident. Same situation, we can be relaxed. All right. So I wanted to tell you another example. I'm making a call to my friend. I'm making a call to my friend. He didn't attend my call. Once he didn't attend my call, I get anxiety. I get anger. Why I'm getting anger? Who made me anger? The moment when I made a call, he didn't attend, I get angry on my friend. So who made me angry? Is it a friend is disturbing me, or my own interpretation is disturbing me? It is my own interpretation. Self-talk is disturbing me. The friend is not doing anything. He don't know whether what kind of situation he is in. But I made a call, he didn't attend. Second attempt, third attempt, he didn't attend. I get angry. Hey, why are you not attending my call? I get angry. So once I get angry, I shout, I raise my volume. So much things I can do. But who made me angry? That's the biggest question here. Phone and angry. In between, what happened? In between, what I understood about that situation that made me angry. So I interpret, wantedly is not attending my call. He just ignoring me. He don't want to talk to me. He just showing up. These are all my interpretation, self-talk. That's the reason I'm getting angry. Same situation, many people, they handle very comfortably. Why they are not getting any anger? Because they interpret inside situation and emotion. In between, interpretation, self-talk matters. So they interpret like, it's okay, he'll be busy, it's okay, maybe doing something else, it's okay, maybe he's concentrating on something else, maybe he will call back later, he's not in a situation to talk to me right now. I'm okay with that. If this interpret like this, they feel very comfortable, my dear friend. So who's disturbing you? It is not about outside world, it is about how I understood about the situation. I'll give you another situation to you all. So as soon as the word exam comes, exam, people are getting anxiety, fear. Now tell me, who's making you anxiety? Come in the chat box, please. Exam, that exam and fear. In between, what happens? In between, your own interpretation, self-talk. What is the interpretation, self-talk makes you feel anxiety or fear? Can you come in the word interpret? Tell me what kind of interpretation making you feel scared? Thank you so much for your response.
So what
I
is the
wanted to
meaning of
know,
interpretation?
interpretation is how I understand. So how you understand about this situation is called interpretation. You understood this as a blue cap, someone understand this as a tapping, someone understand this as a plastic. So how you understand is called interpretation. How you understand about exam, that's called interpretation. How you understood about exam, that creates anxiety. So anxiety is not given by the exam. Exam is common for everyone. I get anxiety associated with exam because my way of interpretation, self-talk. So my interpretation says, what will happen if I get low marks? Will the question paper will easy or not? Will I get good grades or not? What will happen? Will I complete the portion or not? Yeah, Kartikeyan says less number of days of preparation for exam. Yes. Oh my God! Within 1 week I can finish my portion or not? Will I get easy paper? Will I get question paper? So many number of interpretation that leads to your fear. Now, I wanted to ask you all, what are the interpretation making you feel comfortable? Can you all come in the chat box? Though exam is common for everyone, I wanted to attend exam confidently. How to bring the confidence? Can you come in the chat box? What kind of interpretation dialogue will help you to make you feel confident right in the exam? Due to not well prepared. Okay, good preparation. Yes, Darshini says, I prepared well. That's a good statement. Very good. We will be excited when the exam comes. Very good. It is easy. I can prepare. Good, good, good. I am prepared. I am happy. Self-study preparation. I am ready for the exam. Wow. That's an interesting statement, interpretation. If I am ready, we must give ourselves a positive feedback while studying. Great, great. We will have a holiday after the exam.
So a sudden sense of joy when you finish preparing.
Sudden sense of joy.
Yes, so when you finish preparing your exam, then you will feel some kind of a sudden sense of confidence and joy that you will finish the exam.
Correct. So you can pat on yourself that yes, sudden we can finish our portion and we can feel happy. Yes, these are all some of the dialogues you need to keep in your mind. Situation is not disturbing you. We ourselves disturbs. So please change your statement, interpretation. Automatically you feel confident. I am prepared. I can do it. Very good, Ananika. I will try my best. I can do it. Super. I did well. That's interesting, Anantraj sir. Darshini says, thinking of our favorite sing before entering the exam hall. Favorite song. Okay, that's great. That's how you need to be. Yes. So you just think about that. I prepared. Why should I anxiety? Why should I get anxiety? What kind of result it is going to be? It's okay. I'm going to accept what kind of result. I take it as a feedback. I'll give you some interesting statement. There is no failure, only feedback. There is no failure, only feedback. That's an NLP statement, which a presupposition we call it as. There is no failure, only feedback. Who understands the meaning here? There is no failure. Can someone can type in the chat box about the statement what I said? There is no failure, comma, only feedback. What that means? My dear friend, there is no failure in our life. People think about the fear of failure. There is no failure in our life. Only feedbacks are there. So why I have a goal before the exam. I wanted to take something. I wanted to achieve some marks in that. If you didn't get that mark end of your exam, that means what? You are getting a feedback. Maybe you didn't prepare well or you didn't present well. That's a feedback you got from your got the score, your expectation and the reality. Why this mismatch? Because of something is happened. So that's how we need to learn our mistakes, and next trial we need to approach. That's called there is no failure and only feedback. It is not necessary that it will not come to you. It is just a feedback. Apply your feedback, and the next time when you improvise your feedback, I can tell you, you can achieve whatever the success you wanted to be. Right? All right. So we only learn from feedback. Correct. Thank you. So it is just an assessment. Everything is a lesson. Wow. What a beautiful way of understanding. Everything is a lesson. Correct. It's just an assessment. So this assessment says that you need to improvise, you need to upgrade, you need to change. If your expectation is fulfilled, you expected something, and end of your exam, you got that. That means what? Your perfect calculation, perfect strategy, perfect action, perfect result. That's it. Appreciate yourself, pat on yourself, and use the same strategy next time. And your success is become a habit for you, my dear friend. Success is a habit for you. Once you understand the model of success, then it is permanent. It is a habit, and you know what to do, how to do, and everything you understood. That's the reason you go on to the next level. Thank you, Anand Raj. Go to next level. Failure means first attempt in learning. Oh, that's a good way of abbreviations. All right. So I'll give you another example how your interpretation and the self-talk changes your emotion. Your parents teachers meeting, what happens to you when the parent teachers meeting happening? You get scared. You know who is making you scared? The situation is parents teachers meeting, and your emotion is fear. In between, what happened? Your interpretation, self talk. oh my God, what my teacher will talk about me to my parents. My parents will get scared. I mean, my parents will get angry. They will beat me. They will put me in trouble. They will lock my TV. They will not give all the privileges. I don't know how I'm going to live. How the parent teachers meeting is going on. This is what your interpretation, my dear friend. That's the reason you are getting into trouble. It's okay. That is a process. Let the teachers give the feedback to the parent. You need to listen to the feedback. That's what you can grow, my dear friend. Sometimes we may make some mistakes. So through the teacher's feedback, you need to open our mind to accept and change ourselves. Without coach, we cannot grow, my dear friends. Without coach, we cannot grow. Coach will tell you what to do. Coach will tell you what not to do. That's the two things the coach is going to do, right? If you understand these two things, then you are going to improve, my dear friend. So the same way, your parents also going to give you these two things: what to do, what not to do. These two things, if you listen to your parents, then you are going to grow in your life. If your teacher says what to do, what not to do, if you listen and understand and process and do it, and you're going to grow in academic skills. That's a coach. They're all coach, academic coach and the life coach. Your parents are called as life coach, and your academic coach call it as a teacher. And what is in sports, they call it as a sports coach. What do you call it in gym coach. So there are so many coaches are there, but we don't know who are all coaches. Coach always tell you what to do, what not to do. And if your parent says not to do like this, please listen so that you can grow in your life. If their parents says do this, do that. That's experience. Sachin Tendulkar has 4 coaches. Sachin is a famous cricketer. He has a 4 coach. For the leg alone, he has a 2 coach. For the fitness, there is a coach. For the shot selection, there is a coach. See, coach has made the Sachin Tendulkar. Like that, we are to listen to the coaches. So if you are ready to listen all the feedback, then you are going to grow. So parent teacher meeting is a feedback session. I'm going to listen. I'm going to update. I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to listen and I'm going to do that. That's how that self-talk and interpretation making you feel comfortable in your parents teachers meeting. All right. So everywhere, if you feel that your emotion is changing, it is not that situation. It's about what I'm talking to myself, how I understand about the situation. That's two are the changing our emotions. Aranya says, sir, how to remove interpretation of fear from situation in past. Stop talking that situation. Talk about what best you can do it. Give me one situation, I can tell you how you can do an interpretation. All right. So this is how you need to master your emotion, my dear friend. Mastering your emotion is nothing but interpretation, self-talk. On every situation, please see how best I can talk about the particular situation, making you feel comfortable in spite of any situation. You are on stage. So who is disturbing you on stage? You wanted to give your delivery. You wanted to give your presentation. Who is making you anxiety? Nobody, my dear friend. It is you, your own interpretation and self-talk. So what you are talking to yourself about the stage, that gives you an anxiety. So if you are talking about that, I don't know how to speak, I don't know how to deliver, people are looking at me, people are making fun of me. If you are putting to other self and talking about how people thinking, then you getting into trouble. Instead of that, I manage, I understand, I'm going to do best performance. Whatever the feedback which I'm going to get end of my performance, I'm going to take it, accept it, I'm going to modify it. So I don't worry about what kind of feedback which I'm going to get. This is what your self-talk should be. If you have a self-talk like this, nobody can disturb you, my dear friend. So your interpretation, self-talk matters. So with this, I'll stop my presentation. If you have any questions, I will happy to answer you all. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity to share my experience. The 3 courses been completing on today, so very short time we completed our courses. I'm looking for questions. If you have any questions, I am happy to answer. Rupesh, thank you. Thank you so much. The CBT technique which I just now shared, this I shared with many people, even doctors, engineers, police officers, whatnot. All the most of the professionals I shared, everyone appreciated this. So I want you all, no questions, all doubts are cleared. Anand, thank you. All right, thank you so much for giving important information. Rupesh, thank you. So this is very easy and applicable. You can apply everyday basis. You can see the difference. You can master your mind by practicing. You can emotionally, you can master your emotions everyday practices. Thank you, Ananika. Thank you, Samira, Karthikeyan. How to overcome the bad things that happen in our past life. How to overcome bad things. Bad things happen without your control, my dear friends. Without your control, it happens. So don't bring it into present and future. Who is bringing present and future? It is you. You are talking to yourself again and again about the past experiences. Better stop it. Stop talking about past experience. Talk about how best I can understand from the situation, what I learned from the situation, how I can modify myself. If you talk about that productively, you can overcome the challenge. Don't again and again and again like rewinding our CD player, right? No, rewinding all the past experience again and again. You are making yourself stuck. Leave that past. It's okay. That happened without our control. Fine. I learned something. I'm going to do something new from today. That's a thought pattern you can change, and automatically you can overcome your past experiences. Thank you so much, Karthikeyan. All right, Mithula, thank you for your wonderful session. Thank you, sir. Can I say example of sad? Yeah, you can. Fauzia, you can share your examples. Thank you, Darshini. Thank you, Karthikeyan. All right. Do you have any questions? Please suit up. We have just few minutes. I will be happy to answer. We have done our 3 modules, starting from mind mastery to academic mastery to the emotion mastery. There are 3 major modules have been shared with you all. I think if you start following this, definitely you can see a lot of changes and a lot of different results you can see. And I wanted to tell you a quote here: doing same thing and expecting different result, we are a fool. That's what Einstein says. Doing same thing and expecting different result, we are fool. So do something different, you can see the different result. So whatever you are, whatever the result you are getting, please modify your doing actions. Thinking, if you change your thinking, automatically your action changes, and you can see a lot of good results in future. In what way can we divert these emotions? In what way? This is very simple. Understand your thought process. When you feel that you are affected with some emotions, if you feel that you are anxiety, if you feel that you are anger, if you feel that you are an anger or a fear, check your thought process. What is occupied inside your mind? What is that you are preoccupied with some of the thoughts, dialogues inside? Modify that. You can change your emotions. Quickly you can change your emotion. That's the instant way you can change. Understand what you're talking to yourself, change your dialogue, and your emotion quickly you can change. Thank you so much. What is the most important functions of emotion? The emotions always drive you. That's the most important thing. All the emotions will help you to show something inside us. Show something inside us. It may drive you to do something. Your emotions are the most important thing. Your actions is based on your emotion. That's a major function of our emotion. When we fall down, if we our friends or laugh at us, it's okay. You also laugh along with your friend. That's all. When you laugh with your friend, that became a very comfortable situation. When you talk to yourself, oh my god, people are laughing at me, I don't know what to do, they're making fun of me, I don't know how I can react, they will think about me, they talk about me, without my presence they make fun of me. Hello, let's stop. When they are laughing, it's common human nature. When something is falling, human nature is tempted to laugh, and you are the person who created the laughter for them. You feel proud about yourself that because of many people are laughing. Great. You create a happiness with the other person. That's a brilliant thing. So you also laugh along with them. Thank you so much. Then move on. You don't worry about it. That's what you need to sensitize the situation. Don't take it home and worry a lot and make you feel guilty, and that turn into sadness. Because of that, you are not able to concentrate. Because of that, you are not able to eat properly. Because of that, you are not able to move around. Oh my god, don't take that situation to traveling along with you. Remove your baggage, leave the baggage as it is, and move freely. All right, you also love, enjoy yourself. That's it. All right, what activates emotion? What activates is, it's a situation activates. When there is a situation that related to your thought process, that gives signal to your amygdala. Your amygdala produces your serotonin, and dopamine. Based on that, your adrenal is functioning. Based on that, your cortisols are functioning. Based on that, you get heartbeat. These are all technical. Okay, stop talking about technical. Okay. So what activates is situation activates emotion. In between, your interpretation plays a major role. What kind of interpretation that changes your emotion? So monitor your interpretation so that you can enjoy your happy emotion always. Thank you, Mritula, for the interesting question you asked. All right, so with this, we'll stop. Okay, can you all do it for the 2 minutes of activity? That's a one interesting activity I wanted to tell you. It's called laughter activity. If you start laughter, I can tell you your emotions are changing quickly. Are you all ready for laughter activity? You have a 2 minutes time with me. If you have 2 minutes, we can laugh for no reason. Can you say yes? I can give you some laughter techniques. You can laugh for no reason. Can you say yes in the chat box?
Sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. I want you all to clap now. Clap, 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 clap. Okay. With this, I'm going to add some 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. I want everyone to put you in mute so that my voice can be easily listened. Yeah, thank you so much. So, ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. Ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. This is an warm up. Before going to laughter, you need to warm up yourself. Otherwise, laughter is not a easy thing. No, smile is easy. You can smile easily, but laughter is not that easy. When you start laughing, there are a lot of health benefit, my dear friend. So the second step here is, the first step is laughter clap. Second step is laughter breathe. So laughter breathe is nothing but I'm going to take a deep breath. While I'm releasing the breath, I'm going to laugh. Don't worry that I don't get laugh. If you see someone who is laughing in the video, you will get tempted to laugh. All right. Breathe. Hold it, release. All right. So people are surprised. How come I laugh longer? You just sustain your laughter. Usually we laugh like ha 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 ha. No, it's a stringy laughter. You know, you need to extend your laughter. All right. So second step is laughter breathe. Can you all do it with me now? Can you all take a deep breath, please? Deep breath. Hold it, release. Super, very good, very good. I really appreciate you are just coming up with the warming exercise of how to laughter, right? So next interesting thing, third one is childlike playfulness. Childlike playfulness is nothing but very good, yay. Can you all do it with me? Very good, yay. Very good, yay. When you do this, what happens, you know, this is a research, brain research says, when you clap, your brain become happy. When you say yay, you are in a celebration mode. You are giving signal to your brain that you are in a celebration mode. So this is a very interesting activity. So now we finished with 3 steps. One is laughter clap, laughter breathe, and childlike playfulness. Very good, yay. The last step, fourth step, is the laughter activity. So we are going to do a lot of laughter activity. No reason we are going to laugh. All right. The first activity is the namaskar laughter. வணக்கம் வச்சு laugh பண்ண போறோம். Okay. ஒண்ணும் இல்ல, பக்கத்துல யாராச்சும் இருந்தாங்கன்னா அவங்க கண்ணை பாருங்க. When you are looking at someone who is sitting next to you, just have eye to eye contact and laugh. Have eye to eye contact, you will get more tempted to laugh. And one warning is, please inform that you are doing some activity to your parents. Then otherwise they think something else, right? You need to discuss with your parents that you are doing an activity. It is good for memory power, it's good for health, and have this laughter technique with your parents. You and your parents become more close friends. You and your spouse become more closer when you do this laughter activity, because when you laugh with the person who is sitting next to you, you develop endorphins and you develop oxytocin. The oxytocin is a friendship hormone. So you and the other person who is laughing together, they become friends. All right. The next laughter is called appreciate laughter. We are going to appreciate ourselves because we did a lot of work. We attend online sessions. We done a lot of work. We done a lot of activities. We work for family. We work for a lot of stuff. so many work we are doing, but people are not appreciating all the time. So now we can appreciate ourselves. I done a great job. I prepared for my exam. Very good. Hey, can you all switch on your video so that next 1 minute I'm going to finish my webinar. This is the third webinar, and to the y'all community, y'all is rocking. Can you all give a big round of applause to y'all? Yay! Very good, very good. Yay! Very good, very good. Yay! Ho ho ha ha ha. Ho ho ha ha ha. Ho ho ha ha ha. Very good, very good. Yay! Now we are going for the high-five laughter. I wanted to give you high five to you all. You have done a great job. 3 webinars successfully completed. Yeah! One more time. Yeah! Very good, very good. Yay! Very good, very good. Yay! All right, so I'll stop here because time is very less. So I can take you this laughter for almost 3 hours continuously, but now the time is less. I want you to practice at your home. Tell them to your parents that I learned a special technique of laughter in y'all team has teach this. Okay. So with this, I'll hand over this virtual platform to the host for the further proceeding. Thank you so much for the wonderful opportunity to share my knowledge with all the students here. Thank you all. All the best. Happy New Year.
Thank you, sir.
What's the third step?
Third step is childlike playfulness. Very good.
The
Very
last.
good. Yeah. The last is the fourth step where you can laugh for no reason.
Okay.
Thank you.
This itself is a proof, sir, that they have enjoyed your session very much. They have been laughing at home. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Achaya. Achaya, for your message.
I request Mr. Muthukumar to say a few words, please.
Thanks, Lolita. Thanks, Mr. Babu.
Thank you.
With the bonus of the laughter session, I think the smart student session has been very entertaining for children. Not only entertaining, I think they would have. There's a good learning as well with the with the end of the 3 series. We're expecting the feedbacks about the last 2 programs have been very good. I request children to give your feedbacks on this programs as well. The last year, Mastering Emotions as well. A note to students is that now that you know what YAAZH is doing, we are not only into just socializing and entertainment events. We are into skill development and coaching sessions, which could be useful to the entire family. Entire family means right from children to the adult in the family. So we would like to touch upon every person in the family. That's the very purpose of YAAZH. And if you all think that there could be any other sessions that could be useful to you in any form, we will be anytime available for that. Please suggest if in case you require any programs. Whatever may be, we will do our best to do that. Kindly give your feedbacks on this session. And Mr. Babu, thank you very much. We had a wonderful engagement with you. If the students, if there is a minuscule change in the students' view, I think YAAZH has succeeded and you have succeeded in conducting this program. We will stay connected. Probably we have lots to work together. Probably once the exams are over, we'll connect back with the students on some other programs. Thank you very much, and over to Lalita.
I now request Mrs. Vijay Priya to give the official vote of thanks, please.
Good evening, everyone. We witnessed a person who got introduced to us as a motivational speaker and whom we realized now as one of the closest friends to the kids. Thank you so much for that. I don't think 20% of what all the children have shared with you would have been shared with the parents so many days. Thank you for that. Anyone can speak to the kids and their words will definitely reach the ears. But to reach their mind or heart, the person needs to be a person who does heart-to-heart communication. And we realized you as a person who does that work in a perfect manner, a heart-to-heart communication. Thank you for that. A good teacher, a good presenter, or a good parent is the one who allows the second person to speak and always ready to listen to their words. And we know all these days, you gave more time for the participants, for the kids to share their views. And we could see the increasing number of the participants every week. Because of this, we felt it's a great lesson for us. Thank you so much, sir. We always love to speak. We are rare to listen to others' words. And we also learned this from you. Thank you so much, sir. So it's time for y'all to present vote of thanks. Thank you so much for spending your valuable time and guidance to our children. We hope they got benefited from this, from your session, sir. We'd like to extend our wholehearted gratitude to Merino Optics for their generous sponsorship. We love to thank Mrs. Lalita, whose contribution throughout this 3 sessions was amazing. And with your quiz session, it became more interesting also. Thank you so much, Lalita. Last but not the least, for whom these sessions were conducted, the children. You all made us so happy, and we were really happy only after seeing your contribution. By the way you showed your involvement, you were also involved into this session, and you were so much interacting very much well with the Mr. Babu Rengarajan uncle. It was so great to see you all. So thank you so much, children. Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Before closing down, I have 2 notes. Sorry to interrupt. One is Mr. Babu, the Thanksgiving session by Priya. It's not only from a member, from an executive committee member of YAAZH. It is from a teacher who teaches through her heart. So you've got a feedback from a teacher. That's one great part. Number 2 is a note to children. You would have seen today's Yalini's performance, mainly the rap. This rap was specially meant for today's program to entertain children. This rap was done by Mrs. Lalita, who is on the screen here with us. Lalita has been behind the screen on most of the programs, and especially this program. She has totally anchored the program, designed the program, and then the rap was the great thing. I wish you all unmute and give a big clap for Yalini and Lalita.
Yay! Very good, very good. Yay!
Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Thank you, kids. That was nice interacting with you all. I hope you have earned quite a lot in this program. Hope to meet you all soon with another exciting program.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
If anybody wants to
Thank you,
convey
ma'am. Bye,
anything,
ma'am.
you are free,
Thank you,
feel
ma'am.
free to tell the children. If anybody wants to convey anything, please feel free.
I just want to ask a small question to Lalita ma'am that is it really difficult for her to rap a music like this? Because I didn't understand anything, which was it was very fast motion.
You come home, I'll teach you.
Mom, I don't know how to rap. Nobody knows in our family how to do it.
We'll do it together. We'll do it together.
She will teach you.
She'll teach you, don't worry.
She will teach you. Go.
Yes, ma'am. Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, Yadni.
Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
This is Yadni.
Bye.
Bye bye.